Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But at least we're all, from what I got out of this, we all take something to improve on ourselves.
Yeah.
About a relationship. Whereas you see a lot of times, girls and guys, they go into a new relationship with the same mindset.
Yes.
Like didn't really change much, and then they wonder why it didn't work out.
Yeah.
Right.
Because they feel like they don't need to change.
Right.
They feel
right.
like because they feel like there's a perfect match for them.
Yeah.
As is.
Yeah.
Right.
So right, and that's a terrible way to think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
there's, like you said, there's always going to be some sort of compromise, and you
Yeah.
need to learn that.
Yeah.
You know?
Exactly.
For example, because I came out of a relationship where I was done wrong, and then a lot of my friends would be like, kind of obviously all your friends are there to boost you at a bad time, so like
Right.
they're boosting you, but then eventually you're just gonna have to be like, hey man, like I have to have fucked up somewhere.
Right.
Like
right.
I have to have done wrong somewhere. As much as I believe that I was like 100% boyfriend,
Right.
there are times when I like envision back, and it's like, oh, I know what you mean. Like I could have done this better, and like I'm able to realize that. Which like, yeah, some of those things you have to find to do with yourself, because
Right.
You gotta accept responsibility.
Yeah,
sometimes.
Right,
exactly. And that's one of the biggest things that I took out of like life in general. It could be from work, relationship. You just have to. No matter how much people are boosting you, got to step back and be like, well, why didn't this work out? You have to look at yourself too.
For sure.
Because nobody prepares, like no friend, no matter how close or not, they can't prepare you to make you see the bad things in yourself and where you fucked up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Obviously, we're loyal to you. We can only tell you where they are wrong.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You
Yeah.
know, like we're not equipped to do that.
Yeah.
So that's only
Exactly.
something you can do for yourself.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But I believe like friends should be able to like kind of like have a like, don't call it like, I'm not saying like at a party like you're like
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
fucking,
exactly.
yeah. But I think like they should be able to, if you're fucking up really bad and it's like day in and day out and you aren't improving or aren't realizing, I
Right.
think they should be able to be like, hey, like you're kind of fucking up over here.
Right.
I don't think they're I think a lot of people feel like it's a bad thing, like to call out someone like that.
It's the timing too, right?
Yeah.
The time, right? So what you're saying, I agree with, right? But let's say that wasn't possible for anyone to do for you right after you were broken up because
Right.
you're in a state of heartbreak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No one's trying to make you feel
Yeah,
worse.
exactly,
Right,
exactly.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's the timing of everything, you know,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
But like you said, it's like over time and people aren't improving and aren't doing whatever, then yeah, you do definitely need to like
Yeah.
tell them, you know,
Yeah, yeah,
let them
yeah,
know,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
'Cause
agree with that.
We're not like saying like every day fucking text your friend and be like, yo, here's a list of shit you're fucking.
Yeah, exactly, right? Who wants to be around that guy?
Yeah.
Who brought this guy?
Whose fans is this?
Yeah.
Yeah. But like it took, because like they're saying like the three main things where you learn from life is like through heartbreak, being broke, and being like, I don't know, hungry or something. Is there a certain event make you realize the most, and what was it? Like that it could be like,
Sorry, say that again.
what event in life, like it could be like a heartbreak or something, or going broke, like made you
Yeah.
like the biggest, I guess, realization in life of like where you need to change, or
Yeah.
Oh,
like the spark, you know? Because like people always say it's like heartbreak, going broke,
Yeah.
and what's the third one? I forget.
I
There's
don't
three
know.
main ones, but
But definitely, well, for
hungry.
me,
Hungry. You
yeah,
said,
you said
hungry.
hungry.
You said
Yeah.
hungry, right?
going broke.
That probably goes hand in hand with being broke.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
I mean, I'm broke, but I'm never hungry.
Yeah.
we can see that, my man.
Yeah, I don't know.
For me, the biggest one that hit me was probably going broke.
Oh, really?
Yeah, yeah. I remember too. It was like I was in China, I had like no money, had to borrow like $1,000 from my parents, and I was just walking down the streets, and I was like walking by like a Louis Vuitton store, and I was like, yo, this shit's so nice. But I'm like, I literally have like $300. Like this is my entire like life savings, everything. And I'm just like, yo, like I'm never gonna be at this point again in my life. Ever.
Yeah.
Right? Because the thing, one person said something to me, man. Like they're like, could you ever picture yourself having a Lamborghini? I was like, I don't know, man, probably not. Right? And he's like, well, why not? He's like, aren't you good enough? And I'm like, I guess. He's like, they don't make Lamborghinis specifically for just like, it's not like this one was made for him. It's like, they're made for everybody. Anyone can buy it. It's just like, do you deserve it? Like, do you want it? Right? And it's like, why aren't you good enough? Right? I'm like, that's true.
Yeah.
Like, why aren't I? Right? So that kind of like changed my world a little bit, my views.
Yeah.
Right? And yeah, when I was in China, that low point was just like, yo, I'm never doing this shit again. Yeah.
Yeah. But at least like you're willing to realize that it's all in you.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
it's all in me.
yeah.
It's all in me.
Yeah.
Right?
You can't count on anybody but yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Right?
It's like with personal trainers, they're giving you all the steps you need to get fit, to get a six pack. It's all up on you.
Exactly.
And like 95% of the people fail.
Exactly.
And they can blame the trainer all they want, but at the end of the day,
Yeah.
like you got to do the work.
Exactly.
Right? Yeah. They give you the blueprint, but you don't do the work.
Yeah.
What about you, Chu?
I don't know. I mean,
it doesn't have to be like the three,
yeah,
like heartbreak or anything, but
yeah. I mean, I think a very pivotal point in my life was probably losing one of my best friends for sure. That's really changed my life around. Because this guy, like, he was fucking like, this guy would literally take a bullet for me, and like that's what, like, the type of shit like we were, like, but the thing was, like, we were just stirred up in too much bad shit.
Yeah.
And so we were living life a certain way, and it was exciting and it was fun, and a lot of like money and stuff like that. But it's just like, but then like we were kind of abusing drugs a lot too, right? And so I needed to, and then I saw the way like when you have fun and party and stuff like that, and you do drugs, you do it under the assumption that it's okay to do it if it doesn't change you.
yeah.
Right? If nothing changes you or whatever, right? I can see it, like, I'm not trying to deflect here, but like I can see it changing him.
Right.
And like the way he's behaving and stuff like that. And like some of like the things we had to go through because of this was just like fucking heartbreaking, And so I had to make a decision to basically get out of that relationship, get out of that friendship. Right. And it took all of me to like decide that, and like it fucking broke my heart.
Yeah.
But then from then on, I knew like this is the best thing for me.
Right.
Like, I still dabble here and there for fun.
Yeah.
Go out. Whatever. Right? Do a fucking line of coke to like fucking wake up or some shit. After drinking, it's not a big deal, right? But then like back then, it was just like getting fucked up constantly and everywhere all day.
Yeah.
Everything, right? It was like some bucket ass shit. Like it
Yeah.
wasn't good, but like we didn't care because we were making money, we were having fun, whatever, right?
Right.
So. But then when you see the physical, like the behavioral changes in people, and like when I found out about like a lie that he told me, like this guy would never lie to me ever, when I call him a lie and stuff like that, and then like, I don't know, man, like, and then it just broke my heart, I'm just like, yo, I gotta let this guy go, and like, I think from then on, like, that's when my life kind of changed, like, fucking, I gotta change the way I am, like the way I view like drugs, the way I view everything. Like, I still fucking party, but like I don't want to take it to extreme no more.
Right.
Like, I'm not going out like 4 or 5 times a week no more. Like that, and like that was the best thing and the worst thing that ever happened to me, because I had to lose my best friend, but then it was the best thing for me because I needed to lose him.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So I think that was a very, very pivotal point. From then on, I lived life differently. I treated people differently. I had a different mindset after that,
Right.
of how I want to conduct myself as a person.
Mm-hmm.
So that was a big one for me.
Yeah. But then again, it was like you had to make that choice. Nobody else was there to be like, hey, this is what you have to do. You were able to realize the situation and then go from there, which I think is like strong.
I had to realize that things were getting out of hand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. Still makes me sad to this day, man.
Yeah.
For
sure.
I would never, like, when people lose their best friend, it's always like shit talking or like wishing some sort of like
petty shit.
Some petty shit, some ill will. Like I would never wish any ill will on him ever. Like, but
it's just like
we just can't be in each other's lives. That's all it comes down to.
Yeah.
It's better being apart than together, kind of thing.
Yeah. It's just better for both of us.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, that's probably one of the. I mean, I've had a couple.
Yeah.
Life-changing moments, but that was definitely one of them.
The one that stood out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you, Nelly? No.
Mr. Clean, not me.
Oh, sorry. My bad.
For sure, I think the heartbreak made me improve as a person tenfold.
Yeah.
Cause one, you didn't think it was kind of like blindsided at one point, and like this was like perfect scenario. Your friends boost you up, cause you're at a low point, so they boost you up, and then you're riding this high because you get all these confidence from your friends, but then you're at a point where you're too almost like cocky confident,
right,
which you shouldn't be at, and then it's like, oh shit, like this is fucked up, I can't do this, and then you just gotta in order to find that middle ground,
right,
where like we said before, like you shouldn't be the only one trying to impress the person. It should be kind of like mutual,
right.
But as a guy, obviously you have to try to impress the girl at some point, but like no one ever taught me to be balanced. It was just people feeding you confidence, and then you're riding this high, and then you kind of get hit again, and then you're like, oh fuck, what the fuck do I do now?
Right.
Then, like, I am this actual piece of shit kind of thing.
Yeah.
So you're riding this roller coaster, but then you got to find the middle ground yourself in order to kind of like how you should live kind of thing.
Right.
Like like you should have self-confidence, but don't be cocky at the same time.
Yeah, exactly.
But like that was reflected on like people giving me relationship advice, but then that reflected on how to live day to day.
Right.
Like how to be a good person in general.
Right.
So like that was huge, and like just never being content, and like always room for improvement of everything in life. Could be a relationship reflects on business and everything.
Yeah.
So I think like just that life skill, able to realize and take responsibility, is good in every aspect of life. Yeah. But definitely heartbreak, for sure, 100%. And like because that opened up to be like taking advice from others,
right?
Which like before I wasn't that open. But, like opening me up to like listening to even like simple podcasts, which is like why I was so like hyped to be on one, because it helped me develop as a person so much from listening to podcasts. Yeah. So
for
like,
sure.
I just think like it's just like anybody you can get, even if someone gets like 2 seconds out of this, I think it's better than, and it improves them. I think it's better than fucking not improving at all.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Indeed.
Yeah.
Should we wrap this one episode up?
Yeah. Let's do that. Let's get some pizza.
Pizza.
Yeah.
Pizza.
Pizza.
Feed my belly.